You're about to experience a Muddy Boot production. Today on Wardens,
we take a trip up the Yellowstone River for summer fishing and boating safety checks.
We'll be making sure that people are safe and sober enough to be driving these motor vehicles.
Then Region 1 wardens brush up on their shooting skills with a visit to the shooting range.
Real-life, practical training that we're doing.
Send the next victim. All right. Good job, Ben.
You know what you did wrong? You're before shooting hours. There we go. You want to go to jail, Jay?
Some of the things we'll be looking for this weekend is primarily water safety contacts, ensuring that the rafters and any vessel that's being propelled by a paddle, basically, a raft, a canoe, a kayak, they all need to have a life jacket, personal flotation device. The motorized boats, jet boats, they have to have a little bit more equipment, fire extinguisher, they need a throwable type of boat cushion. Life jackets, of course, registration, we'll be checking for that. We'll be making sure that people are safe and sober enough to be driving these motor vehicles.
Operation Yellowstone takes place in central Montana near Big Timber on the Yellowstone River.
Outfitting right now is big. A lot of outfitters coming up from over in Bozeman, even from Billings. They'll have some clients on the river. The trout fishing's pretty good in this stretch of the river.
Region 5 Warden Paul Lukey has been with the Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks Law Enforcement Division for 5 years.
We'll check for fishing license, of course, making sure people aren't catching too many fish, over limits, keeping more fish than they're allowed.
Warden Derek Fagon will be assisting Warden Lukey checking fishermen.
Simple game, Warden. If it's easier to get over, we'll just call you in somewhere.
Well, this is another outfitter fishing boat, a guide boat. You can tell there's some red placards maybe we can see on the way up that identifies them as a fishing commercial outfitted guided group. Sounds like they've been catching some fish, so Warden Fagon there is gonna check to make sure they got all the required equipment and fishing licenses and whatnot. There's a variety of rules, regular fishing rules that apply to Montana that we look for. Guides and outfitters are kind of a special concern because they need to have some extra equipment and they need to have paperwork, so we kind of keep tabs on them and make sure that they're running legitimately and following all the rules that they have to follow. You need to have a life jacket for the guide and one for each of the clients, the fishermen. So they need 3 life jackets. They also have to have an extra oar or paddle, and a functioning first aid kit and all their paperwork, first aid CPR card, and their actual guide's license they need to have in their possession also. We check for it all. Yeah, these guys look like they're good to go. They have all their safety equipment, including their red placard, which identifies them as a guide, and let's let them get on with their day, have a good day. Sounds like they're catching some pretty good fish. A couple of big browns this time of year. They're easier to catch. They haven't been had too much fishing pressure yet, so fishing seems like it's pretty good right now.
With all their ducks in a row, these fishermen are now on their way, and Wardens Lukey and Fagon head further upstream to check more fishermen and recreationists. Warden Fagon spots another outfitter boat tucked in the shade along the banks of the Yellowstone River. Warden Derek Fagon has been with the Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks Law Enforcement Division for 6 years and works in Region 5.
You're stuck in the shadows here. You're tough to see this time of day.
The
And believe it or not, we're usually looking for outfitters on the river, so.
After a routine check of licenses and an inspection of required outfitter gear, Wardens Fagon and Lukey are on their way again.
$1,000. That guy was very hard to see. Even now, look at him. He's got kind of the white.
He's hard to see in there.
It's like a shrub.
Well, and the thing about it too is on this river, it's I mean, there's bars popping up everywhere, and you got to be real careful where you're running. So you spend more time looking at the water than you do. Are you ready?
Now we'll play that on the
Coming up,
palms in the air. Do not move. Do you understand me? Do not move unless I tell you.
the Yellowstone River. It's the longest undammed river in the lower 48 states. And today, Wardens Paul Lukey and Derek Fagon of Region 5 are checking fishermen floating this mighty waterway.
What are we doing, guys? State game warden. Boats and fishing licenses. We're good. How about you guys?
Good, yeah, we got everything.
You guys catching fish?
Not really.
Okay. Well, if you can find a good safe place to pull over, we'll just pull up alongside.
When checking fishermen using watercraft, wardens always look for a safe place to beach boats and make sure everyone is out of harm's way.
I guess the thing I like about jet boats is I like being able to go shallow. It's the only watercraft, outside of a raft that you can get up and down this river. It's kind of a challenge to work out of. Tough if you're by yourself. That's why we usually partner up, because the hard parts in the jet boat is not so much running the river, which can be difficult too, but stopping along shore. That's typical when we suck up gravel.
Spare oar and your life jackets.
Spare oars up under there.
Oh, okay. I can sit down there. Is that your first aid kit right there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's brand new, so I'm going to assume it's full of Band-Aids. Just in case.
It's brand new if you want.
All right, cool, good. No. Where are you guys taking out?
We're going to go all the way to Pelican.
Well, enjoy your day.
You bet, man. Thank you.
Good luck.
250 miles to the northwest, just outside of Thompson Falls, Montana, Captain Lee Anderson of Region 1 and his entire staff are conducting annual firearms training.
We train throughout the year. We've got some requirements that we got to maintain for proficiency with firearms is one big thing. First aid, CPR, things like that.
All law enforcement agencies need to be prepared for the worst case scenario, and today they're conducting force-on-force training with paint rounds from decommissioned service pistols.
Okay, send the next victim. All right. Good job, Ben.
We're going to be doing multiple scenarios, and we try to recreate something that's real life, practical, that the guys are going to get some real benefit out of.
Extra precautions are taken that all live ammo and weapons are removed from the vehicle that'll be used in this training. The morning starts with a briefing and instructions on equipment.
And I'm a bad guy, so... $1,000 for anything that hits anywhere other than bulletproof vest. That's what it's going to cost you.
For what?
Right out of your budget.
Oh yeah, for you, yeah, because he controls money. He gives us what we have to spend for operating money. So
$1,000 a crack.
Yeah.
Region 1 Captain Lee Anderson leads this training and has been with the Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks Law Enforcement Division for 14 years.
Today what we're training is in Simunitions, and this is some really good high-speed, real-life, practical training that we're doing.
Ryan, front sight. Up to front sight.
When we return,
And I'm sure there's some hull damage. I'd be shocked if there isn't, so I don't know if it'll float or not.
using a campfire for light, Warden Ben Chapelot entertains his fellow Region 1 wardens the evening before their intensive training begins.
This training that we got here, we did do an initial qualification earlier for our pistols, rifles, and shotguns, and did some training on cover drills and a few things like that. But now today what we're training is in Simunitions, and this is some really good high-speed, real-life, practical training that we're doing to put guys through some scenarios to hopefully ingrain in their minds, you know, ways they can act in the field.
What are you fishing for today? I'm gonna try to catch me a brookie. Oh, good. Yeah, good deal. Have you been fishing here much lately?
And with the Simunitions, you know, you're basically carrying a real converted firearm that instead of shooting a bullet, shoots basically a little paintball at about 400 feet per second.
All right. Where are you from? Kalispell. Oh, good. Yep. Yeah, good deal. All right, sir. Heavy duty. You got your license with you by chance? Sure. Yeah, just keep your hand away from the gun for me. See, you're carrying a gun, so just... Oh, yep. You carrying that for bear protection out here? Well, you never know what you're going to run into out here. Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, but I got my license. All right. Yeah. Oh, so you live on Kings Road, huh? Yeah.
It's real life, they look real, they fire something real, and there is a little bit of pain associated with it if you do get hit. They're accurate.
A little sausage on your hook that'll bring those lickers right in. Oh, I suppose. I've heard that rumor too. I don't know why, but it can happen. All right. Catch you later. Okay. Yep. There. Again, then again. Don't move. Don't move. Right there. Don't move at all. Don't move. Again. Hands out. Hands back. Scenario over.
It's just a great way to get a real life scenario without obviously using real ammo.
Missed my pad by about 1/4 of an inch.
You got it.
Got me right there.
Go ahead and take your mask off. Let's check here.
Right on the love handle.
Probably can't even see it.
Yeah, it's just a little.
It'll pinken up a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
it
it
will.
just nicked me. That's
You're
no big deal. No blood, you're good.
Good job. Excellent job. Kept your distance. Just didn't escalate anything until he did. Perfect. Old highway patrolman, keeping your reactionary gap, just good thing. Excellent, excellent, excellent. The reason that scenario went so well for Nate is he was highway patrol for 7 years before he came on to us, and he's been on here now 5 years. So he's got a lot of years of experience in highway patrol training plus fishing game training.
For the most part, Montana wardens work alone, and things can turn ugly without warning. When we return, it's back to the not-so-calm waters of the Yellowstone River. During the heat of the summer, many people take to the waters of Montana. Region 5 game wardens working in tandem patrol the Yellowstone River with jet boats. Sergeant Chris Anderson and Justin Hawkala team up, while Paul Lukey and Derek Fagon are paired together.
I guess the thing I like about jet boats is I like being able to go shallow. It's the only watercraft, outside of a raft that you can get up and down this river. It's kind of a challenge to work out of. tough if you're by yourself. That's why we usually partner up, because you know the hard parts in the jet boat is not so much running the river, which can be difficult too, but you know stopping along shore. That's typical when we suck up gravel.
Lukey and Fagon make contact with some rafters.
149 and you're already woohooing? All right, I like it.
You put a camera in front of them.
Yeah, you guys are kind of the first, huh? Well, we're not going to mess you guys too much, just making sure you got life jackets, of course. So most people know by now, you know, they need to have life jackets. So how many of you guys are in this boat? Everybody?
8. Everybody has
8?
life jackets. 8.
All right, cool. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're in business. It's fun. You're getting lucky with the weather again, aren't we? What's that? No, my wife doesn't. My wife doesn't let me eat cookies. You know, it's. There's nothing worse than a overweight game warden, you know. So. Are these guys with you, or are they doing their own thing? All right. How we doing, guys? Everybody having fun? Good. You guys got a full boat there. You got a big boat too. And you're in charge of rowing that beast, huh? Cool. Good. Where are you guys taking out? Okay, Gray Bear. You don't have too much further to go. Same to you.
With everyone having proper flotation devices, Wardens Lukey and Fagon catch up to Sergeant Anderson and Hawkalow, as they have come across a commercial rafting company without the proper permits.
Now we're on a bar here in the Yellowstone with quite a large group of people. Looks like they're doing some type of whitewater search and rescue training, something like that, some swiftwater rescue training. And anytime you get a group like this that is making money, you know, they're obviously charging for a service, and they're using our state-sponsored fishing access site, state property. They need to have a certain permit. It's a $100 permit, and that allows them to charge money. It's called a commercial use permit in order to put on or take off at any of the state fishing access sites. No one in this group had that permit, so the warden over there is issuing that guy over there a citation for not having that permit.
It was a few years ago, and yeah.
Nope, that's it. So you got that? You understand?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm really sorry that happened. I didn't. Like I said, I had no idea.
Okay.
But we know now.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, feel free to call anybody with the Department of Dishwasher Parks.
Okay, great.
They should be able to help clarify that for you.
Awesome.
Okay.
This is fairly waterproof, or you guys have a plastic bag? I guess I can put it in my dry bag.
With the citation issued, this group of rafters are back on the water while the wardens make their way upstream.
Bend your knees.
While heading upstream, a call comes in of a boat accident, and Warden Lukey puts the hammer down.
I guess the guy, I guess he's uninjured. Supposedly he fell out, but he's not hurt. One of the other county search and rescue boats is going to take him to shore and see if he can get another boat. Just by looking at that boat, I'd say it doesn't really belong on the river, but. Well, you can see from the boat, it's completely full of water. There's enough pressure from the water, and that current also is cooking along pretty good, so it's essentially pinning the boat down. They're going to try to get another boat to pull it out, but I guess this big jet boat here gave it a shot, and it didn't even move it, so there's really not much at all we can do right now, aside from letting the river go down, which it'll drop down in a number of days. They did take the gas can off, so we don't have to worry about the gas contaminating the water, which is good. And then once the water drops a little bit more, they'll bail it out and yank it off of those rocks. And I'm sure there's some hull damage. I'd be shocked if there isn't. So don't know if it'll float or not. I guess we'll see.
Park County Sheriff's deputies have taken the owner in and will test for alcohol. It'll also be his responsibility to recover the boat.
Well, you got to fill out a boat accident report form if there's more than $1,000 of damage. I don't know, what do you think?
This was the second or third time he sank a boat in 4 years.
Yeah, he said the second time in 4 years.
I'm like, well, you're the idiot. What,
Quit fucking riding with it.
I respect his enthusiasm, his confidence.
Yeah, I could get down that. I almost got down it last year.
Water's higher, won't it?
Wardens Lukey and Fagon will fill out a boat accident report and head home for the day. A follow-up will be in order to see that the owner removes this boat.
Next week on Wardens.
Probably the most dangerous part of our job.
Man, you're so lucky that you didn't have that go through the window.
Find us on Facebook.
Probably can't even see it.
Yeah, it's just a little.
It'll pinken up a little bit.
Yeah, it
I
will.
just nicked me there. No big deal. No.
Well, you got to fill out a boat accident report form. If there's more than $1,000 of damage, I don't know, what do you think?